Thank you for this invitation. It's a pleasure for me to be here. Well, I'm a full professor in computer science at the University of Udine, Italy, and I work currently on networking, but I started in the early 85s and 90s in VLSI simulation, for fault simulation. And later in networking, I worked with the Silvano guy that was from Polytechnic of Turin, like me, and later in Cisco. And then I moved to Udine, where I'm currently working as professor of being head of the Department of Electrical, Mechanical and Managerial Engineering. Interests are basically in not only the application of networking, but even in the core of networking, so protocols for wireless sensor networks, protocols for local area networks, and now for resource reservation and speed up the routing procedures, the core of what is currently being. Well, as you remember, we met in Athens, and we can do something together because our research fields are in a way complementary, because the overlay network projects, for example, can be merged with the reservation of resource project that I'm doing in Udine. And even this afternoon I will hold this seminar about this technique that I'm proposing, that is called DLDS, Distributed Linked Data Structures, that I think can provide a solution for one of the problems, probably, I'd like to say, the main problem about scalability in resource reservation, and even in routers design, because I foresee a way to make routing table lookup much faster and much less expensive in terms of energy or complexity of the routers that is today. What I'm going to present is a rather basic new idea from some reviews I received. It also a bit controversial, because and I think that this is a good thing, because it means that it is really innovative, because I received both very bad and very good feedbacks from reviewers. I suspect it's one of the only really bad reviews came from a guy that didn't want to divulgate this idea, because I think that it could be used to provide a different way to do things in respect of what is doing today. I don't know if even if it is limited, the benefit is not regrettable, probably. Of course, you can recognize route changes even if you have the stateful routers, because in the same way, if you use an address that is not pointing to the right information, you have a mismatch, even if this address just comes from the previous table instead of the packet built by the sender. So the consistency check is exactly the same in the case of the stateful or stateless routers.
If I understand properly, you could add it to RSVP, you can add it to MPLS, and maybe to some other protocol. It's rather a kind of implementation have, even if you have a standard implementation, maybe some part of the implementation are not necessary, because MPLS does implement parts of the concept you do, but not everything.
Yes, you can also use the LDS in partial deployment.
Yeah, of course.
The number of the droplet packet is reduced, but then, of course, the sender tries to increase the bandwidth, try again, for example, to see if this bypass is back again, and this is the reason because you have again sometimes packet droplets. But you can see that there is an advantage in using rebook even if you don't have a complete deployment of the